live. Let me do a couple little settings here real quick. All right, we'll set it to that. And yes, perfect. Okay, everything's set. Well, it has been a very exciting morning. My neighbors, if you hear Mo barking, it's because there is currently a fire truck across the street from me, I guess. I was a little worried something might have happened. I have to call EMS all the time. Good morning, AJ. On my patients, so I know quite a few of the firefighters around here because of that, but I guess they just are concerned about a gas leak. So I'm glad everybody's okay. Nothing serious. But we do have some very attractive firemen around here, I will say that. Good morning, Mano. Welcome. And we have a lot to talk about today. Where to start? Well, first of all, since we do go over day trading stuff here, first of all, we need to talk about UGrow, okay? We need to talk about this stock. Good morning, Osama. I'm pissed about this. I'm pissed because, you know, I've been talking about the stock all freaking week. We were watching it yesterday, and right after I ended the stream, do you know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. So this stock, when I first was watching it the other day, it was between like $4 and $7. Okay, what was that, like Monday or Tuesday, something like that. And then I told you that there were levels, I'm trying to remember, I think it was 650 and 12 on that stock. And I'm putting sunscreen on right now because I'm going to go running later. That's why we're doing sunscreen under everything. So those are the levels I told you. And it was like, I think $4 to $7 the other day. And then yesterday, it wasn't really doing anything. Yesterday morning, pre-market, and then when I was watching it with you guys, it was between like $7 and $8, okay? Fine. Wasn't doing anything. I didn't trade it because it wasn't doing anything, which is the safe thing to do. But if you had been watching the stock after we ended the stream yesterday, first of all, the thing went to like $16, which is a 100% move, which is obviously a very nice return. We like 100% moves. But then I was at work. Okay, I was at work. So I was just periodically just checking on it. Okay, I'm really pissed about this. It went to $56, okay? Towards the end of the day and after hours, it was like right before after hours, probably like 3 or 4 p.m. It went to $56. If you had bought this stock earlier in the week for $4, and then it goes to $56 yesterday, I'm pissed. I mean, I did make a little bit of profit, like 20 or 30% earlier in the week, but I don't even know what percentage off the top of my head $56 from $4 is, but I'm pissed about it. So I hope somebody got it, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I am back in it because we could see another move today. It went back down to $30. It's hovering around $30 right now. So maybe it'll go back up to $56. And I went back on the chart back further, and it has been a lot more expensive than that. So it has room to go up. Usually when you see that big of a move, I don't know if we're going to see another big move, but I am pissed that we missed that yesterday. Hello to Joe. Hello to Caitlin. Hello to Lava Turtle and Mehmet. Welcome. I'm just expressing my frustration that we missed a giant move on UGrow yesterday. I can't even say your username, but that is way too high. We do not need to know that about you, okay? Nobody wants to know that. Keep that to yourself, please. Gross. Anywho, I'm still putting sunscreen on. It's my way of calming myself from my frustration. So that's You Grow. We're going to go check it out. The real name of the stock is Urban Grow, by the way. Does anybody else put sunscreen on their ears? I feel like nobody puts sunscreen on their ears. People forget to put sunscreen on their ears. Because those get sun too, you know. You don't have gross ears when you get older. So put some sunscreen on your ears. Just try it. It's a good idea. Okay, moving along. So I've expressed my frustration about that. Now, the other thing we have to talk about is there was an interview that was posted yesterday. And good morning, Foodkaba from Holland. Welcome. The other thing we're going to talk about is this interview that was done yesterday with this very young girl. If you are in the Findom community, I'm sure you saw it because people were on a frickin' rampage. Can I say it again? You just arrived. Say what? Hello, RM. He's new to the channel. Welcome. We're just touching on a few topics right now before we head into the office and check out stocks. I'm looking for... there it is. Actually, do I want to do that one? Tinted one? No, I don't want that one. So, there was an interview that was posted, and it has, I would kind of say, gone viral in the Findom community. There's, I guess you could call it a podcast. I think it's called Whatever is the name of the podcast. And I've seen their interviews before. I'm not super familiar. I haven't spent a whole lot of time watching them. But from what I've seen before, they like to label financial submissives as mentally ill, which is kind of infuriating, honestly. Really pisses me off because that's a very judgmental and incorrect thing to say about people that have a kink for financial submission. And it pisses me off. But so what they do is they have very young girls come on their show who don't know what they're talking about. I'm aware that my mouth looks like Emma Stone. I'm not insulted, but I am aware. Thank you for that. Or I don't know. Thank you for that. I guess it's a compliment, whatever. And so they interviewed this very young girl, and it was a little shocking because it was a small clip that they posted. So I don't know what she said before this, but they asked her about how part of how she gets the money that she makes every month. And she said doing financial domination, Findom. And she had no clue that it is spicy work, and it is. I'm going to do a whole video on age verification because I've been chatting with a couple people, and it's very clear to me that that needs to be talked about a little bit more. For subs and doms, should both be verifying age on both ends, because this girl, young girl, I don't know how long she had been doing financial domination. I don't know when the interview was filmed, but it sounded like it was less than a year. And basically they were asking her when she got into it, and she said in October. And then they said, when did you turn 18? And she said October 27th. So apparently she had maybe been, she had started doing financial domination before she turned 18 by a few days or weeks or whatever. But what was worse is, and this is not the first time I've heard this, a man approached her and is the one who runs her account. So she's not doing anything. I guess maybe she just takes photos or something, I'm just guessing, and then somebody else runs the account. So there's men spending, she said that she makes about 10 grand a month doing it. And there's men spending money on her with no idea that, one, she was underage, two, that they're not even sending money to her. they're sending money to a man who is actually who they're interacting with. So, you know, like I said, I'm going to do a whole video about age verification. I've done videos before for pay pigs. I'm sure nobody actually watches them, but it's a shame because I don't know, maybe you don't care if you're sending money to a dude who's interacting with you and you just get to look at pictures of a girl and think you're sending money to a girl. But I mean, I think that's kind of weird and maybe a waste of your money if you're doing that. I think you should check out the people you're sending money to and make sure it's a real person. Just a thought. What do we think about that? Nate, if you are 14, you do not belong in this chat. Good day. Literally just talking about age verification. Tooling around is having a conversation with himself, apparently. But yeah, so this interview is quite shocking, and I was thinking about it afterwards, like after I watched it, and you know, this girl had no idea what she got into. She thought it was just, you know, there's people that post on the internet about financial domination and they describe it as just bullying men for money, and that's not what it is really at all. And they also have no clue that it's spicy work, which is the same line of work as if you're working in a club, taking your clothes off. Some people seem to have no idea about that. They're watching the wrong things on the internet and they just don't research it. And like I said, it sounds like a dude got her into it. And everybody's beating up on her, which is understandable. All the Findoms are going crazy and talking about, you know, I don't know, finding her out and destroying her reputation, whatever. I get it. But does anybody think that the guy that got her into it is actually worse? I think that's actually worse. Is a guy, it doesn't even sound like it was her idea. It sounds like it was his idea. I don't know how old he was or whatnot, but if he's grooming an underage girl to get her into SW, into spicy work, that's not cool. I definitely think he should bear some responsibility for that. However, it's not his face on everything, it's her face. So maybe we don't even know who he is. But that's my 2 cents on the situation. But also, I'm really sick of that podcast painting financial domination and the people who participated in such a bad light. It's really, really pisses me off. And it's really pathetic that they put people on their channel who have no idea what financial domination is, just so they can beat them up and pick on them for views and clicks. I'm sure that's what it's all about to them. Instead of getting someone who's been doing financial domination for quite a long time, obviously not me, I haven't been doing it that long, but somebody who's very knowledgeable about it and understands. But I honestly, like, I think that that would ruin the vibe of their channel, because that's what they are looking for, is to kind of degrade somebody and bully them on their channel. So that's my thoughts. Top of the morning to Tyrell. Welcome. Good morning. We have a Tyrell and a Terrell. That's confusing. Where am I going? Nowhere. I'm just touching up my makeup a little bit before I head into my office to do some trading. Is that okay with you? Happy Thursday to Rebel. Good morning. Darren says, wow. I don't know what you're wowing about. Toolin is still talking about some random person. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Not reading that comment. All right. So that's my thoughts on this interview that was posted yesterday that lots of people are upset about. Now, as far as stocks, like I said, you grow, we're going to go check out. And MARA was another one I saw this morning that looked pretty good. So we're going to go check that out. And I don't think we're going to bother with mascara today, but we are going to curl. Hopefully I won't burn my eyelid today. Blazer asks, where can one sign a contract with you? Somebody just said I look like Snooki from Jersey Shore. I think I've seen that person, but I'm not really seeing it. I removed my debt contract from my links because people were filling it out and then not responding when I instructed them to send the fees that they need to start the debt contract. So too many people can't follow directions apparently. So it's not available anymore right now. If you would like a contract with me, you have to do a 4-week trial to see if you can make payments on time, because I'm tired of writing up contracts for people who fade off after 2 weeks or 1 week. It's not worth my time. So you can email me and we can have a chat about what that looks like. It would be essentially the same interaction and everything else, but I want to see if you can make payments for 4 weeks before you sign a contract. I didn't time anybody out, but you're getting banned from the channel now for shouting in the chat, which is really annoying. Okay. I'll just put a little peach lip gloss on. I believe my email is on my profile, but I can just give it to you right now. It's fiorethegoddess@gmail. FIORE the THE goddess@gmail. All right, let's move into the office. Am I forgetting anything? I'm not gonna be walking today because today is my run day, and that would be too much to walk 4 miles and then run and walk 4 miles. So we're just gonna chill today. We'll see if that fire truck is still across the street. Wait, first we say good morning to Mo. He's sucking on his thing. He's sucking on his bed. Okay. Yes, the fire truck is still there. I bought Mo these new treats. He's very picky about chew things. So I bought him these. And mind you, he is a 7 or 8 pound dog, okay? That's what they look like. He's very picky about treats. It's hard for him to find, it's hard for me to find things that he likes. But he ate almost the whole thing yesterday. I tried to take it away from him because I was kind of worried that it would hurt his mouth because it's so hard and he'd been gnawing on it for a while. But he gets very, what's the word I'm looking for? Territorial and possessive of things that he likes, and he hoards things. So he was growling at me when I tried to take it away from him. So I said, fuck it, I'll just let him have it. And hopefully he doesn't end up, oh, now he comes out because he wants another one. You still have part of the other one in your bed, and we have to make sure that you poop that one out first before I give you another one, because I don't want you to get an impaction. You know what I'm saying? Why does this look? There. It's better. Good morning, Julius. And goodbye. Just going through the chat to see if there's any interesting comments or if it's all just annoying people. Look, you're not getting another one, okay? You're just not. I worked with a lady yesterday. Some of you know I'm in healthcare. And my vet has told me that he is obese. He's not. He's got a little chunk, okay? He's got a little chunk to him, but he's definitely not obese. I have worked with some older people in their homes who just constantly, they just like keep feeding their dog and feeding their dog, and the thing can hardly walk. This lady yesterday had a Chihuahua that was so fat, it was waddling around the room, it could hardly walk. And she was trying to get me to feed it treats, and I refused. I was like, I'm not contributing to that. I'm not going to contribute to that. And I told her, I was like, you know, your dog's a little overweight. And then she's like, yeah, I know. And I was like, you know, she'll live longer if she loses weight. Just saying. That makes me kind of mad when I see people that overfeed their dogs and their dogs are like really fat. Look, you're not getting another one and you had breakfast, okay? You are not going to turn into a roly-poly like that doggy yesterday. You're just not. So you go chill out, okay? You had a whole one yesterday. You just chill out. He doesn't like it. It's not what he wanted to hear, but I'm not here to tell him what he wanted to hear. Yes. If you're demanding for me to do something, I'm not going to do it, just so you know. Kevin says, mine's all just annoying comments, I promise. Great. Wonderful. Good morning. Macho boy? Interesting. Okay, so I'm watching You Grow. It's at $29.50 right now. Oh my goodness, goodbye. And let's see. I was also watching MARA. It looks like it's kind of not really doing anything right now. And then also FCHL had popped up. So You Grow is holding up nicely. I want to see if it makes another move this morning. It had a nice little move at 7 a.m. So I think there's potential to move back up. Just a reminder, the high in after hours yesterday was $56.42. Insane. Considering the stock was at, I don't know, $4 on maybe Monday or Tuesday. Crazy time. Ben is going to eat breakfast. Hello to Mashek. Does anybody here trade or do Findom, or do we have a bunch of random people in the chat today? Good morning, One Young. I'm not reading the rest of your username. Cricket says, Goddess, please add free spin with money in the wheel. No, we don't spin the wheel for free. What a ridiculous thing to ask. Good morning, Siva. Ben says he's new here. What am I trying to achieve? Well, I am here to communicate with my subscribers on YouTube, obviously, and interact with them. We just have fun and chat. You're welcome to join, but I will tell you right now, I have zero tolerance for rude comments or inappropriate comments. So you can join us and have fun and engage with me and the other people in the chat, or you can bother somebody else. Oh, Macho says, I know nothing about stocks and I've been interested in possibly getting into them. Any advice? Yeah, absolutely. There are some good videos on YouTube for you to watch. I have a whole playlist. I don't think I can share it with you at the moment, but the first thing I would suggest doing is learning how to read a candlestick chart. A couple people have been asking me if I'm going to do like videos on how to trade stocks, and I would not consider myself a professional trader by any means. I'm still learning myself. I mean, I could probably teach somebody basics. Oops. But I'm never going to, tell you something if I'm not sure about it. But the other thing is I don't really know how to, I would have to do it on my computer because I would have to like screen share my computer so that I can show you what I'm talking about. Tyler says, what is the wheel for? The wheel's for spinning. Ben says he wasn't being rude. Okay, good. I apologize then because I get a lot of rude people in my chat and it gets a little exhausting. Kevin says stocks are the tool of the devil. What a weird thing to say. Mike wants to know if I'm retired or if I work a 9-to-5 job. I have a career in healthcare that I've had for almost 20 years, and I currently do that 1 day a week, 1 or 2 days a week. I try to only do it 1 day a week, but sometimes I get talked in to doing 2 days a week, which is what happened in the last 2 weeks because I didn't have anybody else. So, is this Morocco? No, this is South Florida. I don't know why you think it's Morocco. Although I've had people from Morocco in the chat. This stupid cord is really aggravating me. Good morning, Eddie. How many hours do I sleep? What a very random question, but I will answer it. I am someone who needs a lot of sleep. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like a solid 8 hours of sleep. And last night, I did go to bed early. I went to bed right around 10 o'clock, but then I woke up at 5 a.m. and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I did get up early and I was watching the stock market right at 7, which I like, which is the plus side. I don't know what you're talking about. How long is my hair? My hair is very long. It is almost to my butt crack, really. I usually have it down for this stream, but I'm gonna go running after I end the stream later, so I just put it up. It's pretty gross right now, so that's why it's up. Usually I have it down. I look like a swimmer. Interesting. I do swim 1 day a week. Does that count? Cricket, I know you're not telling me how to run my own show, because that's annoying. Really annoying. Kevin says, I'm not sure the wheel text is all legible. I think the dog wrote it. That's actually pretty legible for my handwriting, so thank you very much. What stocks am I watching this morning? I am watching You Grow. Jesus. I'm watching You Grow. #1 is my #1 stock I'm watching. I think it could see another move today based on the volume. Well, there wasn't a ton of volume, but based on the move that I saw at 7 a.m., I do think this has potential to have another little run. We'll see. But it did have a really big run yesterday, so sometimes it doesn't happen once that happens. And then I'm watching MARA, FCHL. Let's check out some info for those. Oh, do I have any moderators in the chat? I don't think I do right now. Are there any regulars in the chat who want to be moderators? Maybe Tyrell, if he's around. And Utkarsh is from India. Kevin volunteers to be a moderator. I don't know you well enough to make you a moderator. I don't trust you. It is only open to people who are regulars in my chat, and I don't know you. So if you hang around for, a few weeks, maybe I'll change my mind. I don't like this person. I have said many times that I am not a professional trader and that I am currently learning. If that's not good enough for you, then you can leave. Just a reminder to keep your comments respectful, or you will be put in timeout or just banned from the channel. Cricket says, Goddess, does the money Findom motivates you more? I don't understand your comment. Anthony says, I work at Wells Fargo Securities on the futures desk, and a guy told me about how awesome you are. Are you making that up? Or is that true? I don't think I'm that popular, but if it's true, that's kind of interesting. Ben says he's being rude. Usually they are. I hope my subscribers appreciate these live streams because it just seems to be getting worse and worse. I'm just trying to read through the chat and screen for comments from people who actually want to chat and are not just being immature and ridiculous. Ben says trading is fun if that's what you like. I do like it. I enjoy it. I think it is fun. Okay. Keith thinks I'm being funny. Bye. Okay. Hello, Tasty. Welcome. Steven says, hopefully INDO is up. Ben says he's been scalping for a while now. Interesting. Scalping is usually a pretty safe strategy. Jonah says trading is fun if you have money. One Young says a lot of trolls this morning. Yep. I started streaming a few weeks ago regularly, and it's been increasing, I have to say. What was I gonna say? I did add some settings to the chat, which is helping, but usually I have some moderators in the chat. I don't think I have anybody this morning. So it's a little hard to keep the chat regulated and talk at the same time. So if I do have anybody coming in the chat who is a regular and wants to be a moderator, I would really appreciate that. Because we are here to have chat and have fun, and it just gets exhausting if I'm here to just moderate the chat the whole time. Let me get rid of a couple more people, and then we will go over a couple stocks. This isn't about the ability to handle criticism. It's about people trolling the internet and insulting for no reason. There's a difference. Okay, so we're gonna go over UGRO. Let's check the stats on that today. See if it's changed at all from previous. Once again, I am here on this channel to interact with my subscribers who enjoy my content, and we normally have great chats, but today we have a lot of random people I don't know. And if this continues, I'll probably just end the live stream, because I'm not here to just be moderating everybody for saying rude shit. It gets exhausting. Let's check out UGRO in the meantime. And like I said, if anybody is in the chat who is a regular subscriber who enjoys my live streams and would like to moderate, I would appreciate you. Okay, so UGRO. Tyler says, I love the videos. Thank you for making them. I'm glad you enjoy them. Macho Boy says, wow, you guys are ridiculous. Grow up. I agree. I agree. Sean just sends a $4.99 super chat, and he says, the trolls on YouTube Live are terrible. As a man, I'm disgusted by it. Don't be too surprised on what you see. People are terrible. Keep streaming. I appreciate that comment. Thank you for that. What was I going to say? I'm well aware how bad these people are. You know, it's not like this is anything new to me. I've been, you know, on this earth for a long time. And I've had a large following on other social media platforms for many years. So, not too, you know, people act like this is something new. It's not. And Echo says, I love that comment. I agree. What's UGRO doing? Nothing right now. It's being kind of quiet. It's below VWAP right now. But let's chat about the stats. So UGRO has 0.67 million share float, which is very tiny. This is why it's able to make such large moves. It has a 9.61% short float, which is very high. So sometimes we can see a short squeeze when it's this high, but sometimes you'll see the stock drop like a rock. So you have to be careful. Hold on, let me go to the bottom here. Oops. And The relative volume is 23, which is very high. Usually I like relative volume above 2 or 2 to 5. Above 2 for sure, but above 5 is preferred. Ooh, it is going up a little bit now. So you grow is up to $30. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. So when I'm looking at a stock over here on my one screen, I have a 1-minute chart, which shows me the immediate action that it's having. And then on this screen, I like to have a 5-minute or a 15-minute chart, and then sometimes I'll adjust it back so I can see a little bit further back. And let's see. So it is getting close to VWAP on the 1-minute chart. It just had a nice little high volume 1 candle. High volume 1-minute candle, excuse me. And it is also increasing in volume on, not quite the 15-minute chart yet. Let's check the 5-minute chart, see if that looks any better. It's still below VWAP on the 5-minute chart. So it needs a little more volume, and I want to see it above VWAP, but I'm already in this stock at $28, so I'm at a 7% profit right now. We'll see what happens. Hello, DG. Welcome. DG or Grounding Knowledge, would either of you like to be moderators? Because I currently don't have a moderator and the trolls are rampant this morning. Ben wants to know what I'm words are hard. Ben wants to know what I'm looking at. I am looking at stock charts, specifically for UGRO. UGRO is the stock. Urban Grow. This is a stock that had news earlier this week, and it had a huge move yesterday. Okay, DG has agreed to be a moderator. Thank you for that. Anybody who's, you know how it works. If they're putting rude comments in the chat, they just can be put in timeout and or banned. I don't really care. Add as moderator. There you go. Okay. Let me see. Like this person here, for example, if I'm streaming, then who's controlling the weather? We're just gonna ban him. Like, there's no reason for them to be in the chat. They're just plugging up the chat from people who actually want to have a conversation. Jordan says, teach me how to trade stocks. Well, if I can get through all the trolls, I would love to have a chat with you and we can talk about it. Just Saying says he'll be a mod. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hello from Australia. We have lots of people from Australia lately. We had a whole conversation about Australia yesterday. Rhino, where in Australia are you from? Oh yes, RBNE was another one that popped up this morning. So let's take a look at that one next. UGRO's not doing a whole lot right now. I do think we'll probably see a move later on. It's almost 9 o'clock, so maybe towards when the stock market opens, we might see something. But right now, it's not really doing a whole lot. RBNE is kind of pulling back quite a bit. I don't know if I like that. Lil Will, I like that name. That's cute. Says he loves my nails. Thank you. I just got them done yesterday. Nails and toes. Just got them done yesterday. I did really like what I had before. It was like a French manicure, little twist on a French manicure, but now we've got the light pink. Steven says I'm up 4.86% today, still down on the week. EONR. Sorry to hear that. I hope it comes back for you. Levi, the wheel is for spinning. If you'd like to spin the wheel, it is a $5 super chat, as well as the dartboard, also a $5 super chat. So I am a financial dominatrix, and on the wheel are various tribute amounts, suggested tribute amounts, and other various things that are financially financial domination related. So if you are not into it, you may not be into the wheel. You can still spin it if you want. But where did this come from? This come off the wheel? Oh no, it's an extra one. I don't know why that's sitting there. Interesting. Okay, I was gonna check out RBNE. Let's check it out on the big chart, because on the 1 minute chart it's pulling back. And if you are trying to get into trading, I am more of a technical trader. Sometimes I pay attention to fundamentals. Obviously I care if a stock has news or not. But just because a stock has news does not necessarily mean it's going to go up. I've seen plenty of times, especially with biomedical stocks, when they have news, that they drop really bad, because a lot of people will short stocks when they have news. So just because a stock has news does not mean it's going to go up. So you got to watch out for that. And Anon, that's very nice. Thank you. He says you're very beautiful. Thank you. Oh. Echo says, I have been scammed a while back when I thought I was putting my money towards crypto, but I lost a lot of money doing so. Now I'm scared of trading. Yeah, you got to be careful. There's so many scams out there these days. There are so many scams, you know, and sometimes even when you get a real email, it's hard to know whether it's real or a scam. Do I look at, Trend wants to know if I look at the 50-minute time frame. No, I would never look at a 50-minute time frame. 1, 5, 15-minute, sometimes I look at 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour are what I look at. I don't know, 50 minutes kind of a random, I don't even know if that's an option. I don't think that would tell you much. But I would say 15-minute is probably one of my favorite time frames, especially for, no, I am not, I'm right-handed. This is my right hand. You guys are probably seeing it mirrored. When you're looking at chart patterns, which if you trade on technicals, that's kind of what you're looking at. You're looking for chart patterns. And when you're looking at chart patterns, they're going to be a lot more reliable if you're looking at them on higher time frames. So if I see like a cup and handle or something like that on a 1 minute time frame, that's not going to really be that reliable versus if I see it on a 15-minute time frame. If you see a breakout on a 15-minute chart, it's going to be, those are some of the best breakouts I've seen. So now, Trend says, I do 1 hour for swing trading with the war going on. I'm normally daily swing. So I did see yesterday, and I'm not bringing this up for political reasons whatsoever. UDO says, are these regular stocks? Yes, I trade specifically small cap stocks that have a low float. Low float stocks move very quickly, which means they're more risky, but they can also have bigger movements. Oh shoot, Ugro's coming back a little bit. It's pulling back a little bit. Let's pull it up on this chart. Yeah. Well, if it breaks this recent low of 28.08, I'll probably get out. But hopefully it holds up. We'll see. What was I going to say? Named says the trolling is crazy. You're telling me. You are telling me. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yes. So I did hear some news yesterday of potentially where this war could head. And, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I'm just saying that while our president is saying that the war is over and we've won and that Iran is caving, Iran is saying the opposite, that they are not caving, that they are not conceding, and that they actually gave very specific terms that they want before they're willing to agree to a ceasefire and stuff. So what I heard yesterday was, if you're not aware, one of the issues that we're having right now, the reason that gas prices are so high is because the Strait of Hormuz has been closed because Iran kind of controls it. Apparently there's 2 other straits or areas where shipping containers go through, one of which is the Red Sea, and I forget the name of the other one. It was kind of a weird name. I'm not good with names of things, as generally speaking, so I'll just put that out there. But there's another strait and the Red Sea where I guess shipping boats are being rerouted to, and there's talk that some other groups, I think the Houthis, may end up closing one of them. So basically, if that happens, I don't know when it would happen, in the next week or two, they're saying that oil could go up to like $200 a barrel, which would mean that oil stocks will go up like crazy. So I'm not saying one way or another for sure, nobody knows, but that is a rumor I heard yesterday. So I am just saying, kind of like the username, that we could see another big spike in gas prices as well as oil prices. So if you think that's a compliment, it's not. So, you know, just something to think about. I don't know if I would put money in oil right now, but definitely something to watch because it could skyrocket more. We'll see what happens. Hello from Iowa. I'm not from Iowa. Matt is. Welcome. Tim says it is what it is. Well, this is important information if you're trading stocks. That's why I bring it up, okay? It could affect the price of oil stocks, and that is why it is relevant to what we're talking about. Oh, I can't handle the brainwashing. Shahir says he is from Shiraz, which is a small city in Iran. I am in South Florida. Trend says lots of pre-market red. Yes, even Bitcoin is down a little bit, 69,000. And the things I'm watching aren't moving. They were moving at 7 a.m., but I'm not really seeing anything pop up on my scanner. And none of the stocks I'm watching are moving. I'll go over what those are again. William says, Findom and day trading, my 2 faves in one. WTF. I don't know if you're being facetious or serious. No, Bitcoin is not at 65,000. It is actually at 69,454, if you want to be exact. The wheel is a $5 super chat if you would like to spin it. Alex says, off topic, but your eyes are beautiful. Thank you for that. Just saying, you're doing a great job. Just saying is a little bit nicer than most of my moderators because most of them will just ban you, but he's giving you guys an opportunity to curb your immaturity. Some of you can't help yourselves, can you? What is a good stock you would recommend? Well, currently nothing. Once again, I am a day trader, which means that I get in and out of stocks quickly. I am not an investor. A lot of people don't understand the difference. There is investing, meaning that you buy a stock and you hold it for a long-term trade. There is swing trading, which means you buy a stock and you hold it for a few days, a couple weeks at most. That is swing trading. And then there's day trading, which means you get in and out of position within a day. So few minutes, few seconds even, depending on how fast it's moving, or it could be a couple hours. But day trading, you do not hold overnight. Goodbye, Ben. I'm tired of you. Am I reading a textbook? No. The textbook is right here in my brain. XV, I'm glad you said that. XV says, I lost way too much on day trading. It wasn't for me. And it's not for everybody. So, you know, it is very easy to lose money. Most people do lose money. And, you know, it takes a lot to learn. I personally I really enjoy it. It's something that I'm very passionate about. And I've been working hard learning for the last few years. No, I am not profitable yet. But I'm also a Capricorn, which means I don't give up. So, good morning to Moondog. The Rock Obama, that's kind of a funny username, $9.99 super chat says, hello, pretty lady. I'm new to your live. I like your channel. Let's keep it up with the positivity. Positivity, screw all the haters. Amen to that. I do get a lot of positive people in my live streams too, and you guys make it worth it. Not gonna lie. Steven agrees, day trading is not for everyone. Well, there's a lot of things that aren't for everyone. But what I liked about XV's comment is that he accepted that. Some people don't. Am I a pattern day trader? Soon. Al Green says, can you be my mentor, please? Are you talking about trading mentor? Once again, I know we talk about day trading on this channel, but I don't consider myself someone who is at a teaching level. I can share with you the basics, like how to read a candlestick chart, various chart patterns, but like I said, that's kind of hard to do because I was thinking about getting like a little dry erase board that I could hold up and show you guys. It would be better if I could show you something on my computer, but I don't know how to do that on my phone. It's a little tricky. So I would be happy to share with you what I do know about candlestick charts and chart patterns, what I've learned. But once again, I am still learning myself. I don't claim to know everything. Mike, no, you are wrong. He says, isn't trading a form of gambling? It is not. You could say it's an educated guess, but gambling just means you're throwing your money in. It can be gambling if you're not using a strategy. And if you're just throwing money at random stocks and you don't know what you're doing, then it absolutely is gambling. But if you take the time to study charts and you know about chart patterns and how stocks move and, you know, the background of stock, like I said, I usually will read you a little more info about a stock. All that tells me a lot of information about the stock and how it's going to move. So, good morning, Underboss. Robbie says, thoughts on trading 212. I don't know what that is. Steven says, research is key. I concur. We're not talking about BTC. I told you what BTC is at. I don't trade cryptos. I don't like the way that cryptos trade, personally. I hold a little Bitcoin, but it's not something that I'm big on. Aw. Trent says, the moderator's doing a great job. The trolls are being taken out quickly. Good job, you guys. I also did change some settings in the chat, which is definitely helping. Well, I could lie to you and say that I am profitable, but I'm not that kind of person. So you have now been removed from the channel for being rude. Oh, okay. XV says trading 212 is a UK trading company that invests for you. Yeah, that's not my kind of thing. I like to do it myself. Robbie says, is 212 a good platform to use as a beginner? Doesn't sound like it to me. It's somebody else investing for you, so. Pivot Kid says, are you the Findom? I am indeed. Moondog says, I liked and subscribed. Nice to meet you. Come say hi. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Okay, we've got FATN popping up on the scanner. Let's check it out. FATN is Fat Pipe is the name of the company. Is this a cannabis stock or... Okay, on the 1 minute chart, we've got a little volume going on. We'll look at the 5 minute FATN Fat Pipe. Interesting. And it's not that much volume. Let's see if we get more volume here. We can check out the rest of the info here. I'm kind of curious to know about this company anyways, because it's got a weird name. So let's check it out. Fat Pipe. Fat Pipe is Not what I thought it was at all. It is, go away, you stupid ad. Is engages in the development of software-defined wide area network solutions for organizations. Blah, blah, blah. Some kind of network company. Headquartered in Salt Lake City, Utah. So it is an American company, which is a good thing. We don't like China crap. It has an 8.85 million share float, which is relatively small. Short float is only 0.63, which is also a good thing, but we always take that with a grain of salt because we all know that there can always be naked shorts doing a lot of damage to stocks. So, and then the relative volume is 0.1, which is not very good. I don't see any news, so I don't know why this is really popping up. And it had a couple 1-minute candles that were green, and then it had kind of a bigger red candle. So I don't think that's anything worth really looking into. I mostly just like the name and wanted to know about the company. Hello to Arthur. Shah, is there something wrong with your Google page? Is there a reason you couldn't just look it up on Google before you come in asking stupid questions? Alpha says, what is the best application we can use for trading? Well, I don't have an answer to that. Trend, do you have a better answer? Somebody suggested Trade Zero the other day. I'm not familiar with it. A lot of trading platforms can be very difficult, especially if you're new to figure out. I personally like Webull. There obviously are some downsides to Webull, but especially if you're new, I think they've got a really good paper trading platform, which means that you can trade with fake money, so you're not using real money initially. Oh, TrendSpot uses Webull also. I like Webull. That's been my favorite. I've tried a couple. I tried TradeStation. I tried CMEG. Okay, EEIQ is popping up, and I saw this one popping up earlier. Let's take a look. Okay, it's got some high volume green candles. $4.95. Ugh, I didn't mean to hit that button. EEIQ. Stop it. EEIQ. And let's look it up. Okay, EEIQ is Epic Quest Education Group. It engages in the provision of education solutions for domestic and international university students. Blah, blah, blah. It is headquartered in Toledo, Ohio, so an American stock. I did notice, it sounds like there's a Chinese owner though, which is kind of weird. Jinbo Zhang, whatever. And it has a 0.86 million share float, which is very tiny. That's what she said. And the short float is 7%, which is high. So you could see this drop, or you could see a short squeeze. Anything could happen. And the relative volume is 4.42, which is good. I see no news on this website for EEIQ. Let me check the 5-minute and 15-minute charts on this. EEIQ is what I'm looking at. Epic Quest Education. Okay, this already, it doesn't look good, I'm not gonna lie to you. It could have a recovery, but this went from approximately $3.23 to $8.90, which is a huge move, as you can tell. But then it didn't do like a sudden drop, which is good, but it still had quite a pullback to 482 and then even lower to 4, but it's coming back up. I don't know, I think this has potential. It didn't go all the way back down. It didn't do like a Christmas tree situation. So this could have potential. It is $9.19, and if you've been with me before when I do this stream, I usually do not trade between 9:20 and 9:30 because usually things are pulling back right before the market opens, and then it can be very unpredictable once the market opens, so we like to be safe. But I am in UGRO. I'm just waiting for it to do something. That's where we're at in life. Hello, nice. That is a nice compliment. I appreciate you. Barack Obama says, since I sent $10, will you spin the wheel? Sure, we can use your super chat to spin the wheel. Let's do it. Hello, Gamer Boy. Welcome. He's one of my faves. He's such a good boy. Do I ever smile? Not when you write comments like that. Let's spin the wheel, shall we? Okay. My butt was stuck to the seat. A wheel spin for the rock. And we are going to, a little CBT. I don't know if you're gonna like this. Now, Rock, are you into financial domination? Do you know what CBT is? Because you may not like it if you don't. Gamer Boy is excited about it. I'm just waiting for The Rock to confirm or deny that he knows CBT. Oh shit, what is it? Maybe you should go Google it. I can't say it on here. If you're not into it, you're probably not gonna like it. So you might wanna do, since you did send a $10 super chat, we should probably just spin the wheel again. Go Google it and tell me what you think. Let's just say the middle word is ball. It is not cognitive brain therapy, just so you know. Okay, I don't usually respond to these, but I'm gonna respond to Love the Dog. Don't come in my fucking chat and tell me to get a job when you don't know me and you don't know the fact that I do have a fucking job. How about you go fuck off, okay? I've been in healthcare for 20 years. I'm so sick of people saying that shit. Rant over. Okay, did you look it up? The wheel is for spinning. Okay, he's looking it up. We're waiting. Oh, he says, shh, don't let them get you wound up. I can't help it. I'm Italian, okay? What do you expect? And I'm PMSing. It's not a good combo. I've got my stress relief right here. It's not helping. You're right. I shouldn't have said it. I don't know if that was insulting or not. Sky. I don't even know if I can say that, but that's close. We've got 8 minutes. The Rock, you better figure it out in the next few minutes. Let's see if you responded yet. Oh, Cassiopeia says, regards from Germany. Welcome. Maybe The Rock got scared and didn't want to come back after he read what it was. And The Rock, if you do come back and I don't see your comment, just type it again because, oh wait, there he is. Okay. He says, let's spin the wheel again. He's not down. Some people like that, you know, I'm just saying. You may not, but some people do. And that's okay. I'm not going to force you. Here we go. Spin the wheel. Where are we going? I hope it lands on chat choice, although I don't think we have too many Findom people in the chat, so they may not even know what it is. Oh, you landed on $20. So you have the option to send a $20 tribute or not. It is up to you. Jinx, I would agree with you. He says many out here need CBT. Agreed. I would like to CBT many people in this chat, for sure. Hello, Nabil. I am well today. How are you? Dave, I didn't even read the paragraph that you just sent because it's annoying. Not even gonna read it. Here come the Jesus freaks again. Goodbye. All right, we've got 6 minutes until the stock market opens. Chris doesn't think I'm the boss of him. You'll find out. Proximo, where were you when I did my teacher role play the other day? Or did you watch it? Is that what you're referring to? Uh-oh. Ugrow is dipping down and I don't like it. I don't like it. Ooh, Ethan is nasty. A monkey with a monkey? Aw, how cute. The Rock wants me to do the teacher role play again. I'll do it next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Aw. Excel says, it's so easy to just do this. Hi, how are you doing today? Spread positivity. I like that. Thank you. That is always welcome in my channel. Okay, I want to pull up. We've got 4 minutes left. I am going to watch EEIQ. I'm curious to see what happens here. RBNE is also holding up rather nicely, I must say. I didn't really check out RBNE. Let's check that out before the market opens. And then I'm obviously watching Ugrow since that's where I have my position. Currently down 0.14%. I think I'll live. All right, let me read you about RBNE. Let me tell you about it. Stupid ads. RBNE. Ugrow is very confused. I have no idea what it's going to do when it opens. Oh my goodness. RBNE has a 2.68 million share float, which is very small. And the short ratio, no, I'm sorry, the short float is 32%. That is very high. It has a very high short float, which can always mean a short squeeze. It is holding up, so it is possible a short squeeze could happen in this, I think. Relative volume is 4.28, which is lovely. I don't see any, well, I guess this is kind of recent. Yeah, March 24th news. What is today? 25th? 26th. Yeah, 26th. So this was a couple days ago. They commenced a offer to purchase 1 million shares. So that's always a good thing, I believe. We have 2 minutes, and this company operates a holding company that provides tanker vessel services and is headquartered in Limassol. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Cyrus. That's where it is. So I don't know about that one. I don't know. Ugrow is really dipping down. I was distracted. I should have gotten out, but it's too late now. We'll just wait and see what happens when the market opens. Bum, bum. All right, hold on. Let me get rid of Carmen. That person's annoying. Good morning, Anthony and Fernando. Welcome. Kevin says, I'm going to Italy in a couple months. What do you recommend? I've been to Milan and Genoa. Milan is nice. Okay. Rock Obama wants to do another spin. Are you sure you don't want to do the dartboard? And you did never send the tribute that you landed on. It is suggested, but I'll spin. I'll spin it. Wait. Okay, we'll do it real quick. But the stock market's opening in 5 seconds, so I want to watch that. Tell me what the wheel lands on. It landed on the dartboard. So I will throw the dart and one shake of a lamb's tail once I see what Ugro's going to do. In the meantime, you can tell me if you want me to throw this. That one landed on the floor. Or this. Ball or dart. What do you want? Yes, all my links are on my profile. And if you're trying to find, fun fact, one can have adult platforms and not post nude content, and I don't. So if you're looking for that, you will not find it. None of you spun the wheel. The question is only for Mr. Rock. They think they can answer for you. He said dart. He gets to choose since it was his money and none of you contributed. All right. Dartboard. I will stand on the carpet. I have to warn you, I am good at the dartboard. Let me pick the ball up. And just so you know, these are all recommended tribute amounts if you choose. Why are my lights? Why does it look like a frickin' raven here? What the hell? I don't like it. There, that's better. I didn't realize it was doing that. That's gonna give me a seizure. All right, here we go. Good job! Oops. All right, that was a fail. It bounced off. I usually do pretty well with the dartboard, but you lucked out. Do you want another spin? What? What? Ow. Just hit my elbow. Kevin says, what do I get? What do you get? 100 recommend we donate 100. Okay, well, this is the Financial Domination channel. So these are recommended tribute amounts. I cannot coerce people into sending anything. So if you can send it if you want, if not, it is optional. You want to redo on the dartboard? I usually do a lot better than that. You can ask the chat. But I have warned people in the past that I am either very good or very bad. But hold on, we have some stocks popping up. MTEKBZAI. Let's check it out. I saw this one the other day. MTEK. And then Rock, you can tell me if you want me to throw another dart. I will do that. Why isn't it pulling up? MTEK. Work. Okay. Ew. It doesn't look good. I'm uninterested. Let's look at BTAI. I think I've heard of that one before too. BioCell Therapeutics. Let's check it out. Okay, throw another dart. Dart or ball this time? BTAI looks like crap. We're not interested. Did you respond already? Oh, he says I'm beautiful, by the way. Thank you for that. That's sweet. Ball or dart? I'm better with the ball, I think, of course. Okay. Here we go. They all vote ball. Okay. With the ball. Ah! Look at that. I told you, when it doesn't bounce off the dartboard, I do pretty well. It's right on the 100. Can you see it? I'm just going to leave it there. I'm proud of that throw. Anthony says I look amazing. Thank you for that. Middle of the board. I know. I know. Yay. 100. So, $100 tribute if you choose. Oh, DG is heading out. Have a wonderful day. I didn't really see you helping out with the chat at all, so I might remove your moderator status. It looks like Just Saying was doing all the work. My goodness. He has been helping? Okay, because I didn't see him do anybody. I didn't see him remove anybody. I just saw you doing everything. Oh yeah, Just Saying has been doing a great job. I'm very happy with him. Okay, EIQ is coming up. This looks promising. Let's check it out. No, I want to get rid of RBIN or RBNE and do EEIQ. Let's see. First level to break is 565. I think it's going to do it. I think this maybe even could go up to the pre-market high. This could be a significant move. I'm just saying. Not financial advice, but I think it has potential. Level 2 data looks pretty darn good. So it's at 581. Let's see if it breaks $6. That's what I want to see next. The current 5-minute candle is already a 15% increase. There it goes. It just broke 6. Next level. Oh, it already broke the next level, 623, 640. I think we're going to see a rather huge move here. Pre-market high is 890. It could go all the way to 8. It halted up, I think. Yeah, it looks halted. Okay, it just halted, so it'll open in 5 minutes and we'll see. But that was a pretty nice move right there, 25% move. Just like that. The title of this video is Findom and Day Trading. Right now, I'm doing both. I'm literally talking about stocks. So if you want to partake in talking about stocks or talking about financial domination, you're welcome. If not, then you can leave. During my morning show, I guess you could call it, what we do is I usually walk on my treadmill, but I'm going running today, so we're not doing that. I am looking at the stock market. I like to day trade between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. So we are watching stocks. Don't tell me what to do. We are watching stocks. I'm giving information about stocks for anybody who's interested in trading with me. And then yes, we do financial domination too. Sometimes I get people in the chat who want to participate in financial domination, in a drain, whatever. They have the option to spin the wheel of the dartboard if they want. And yes, if they want to pay tributes, they can. I look very assertive. Well, I guess I am. Is that a problem? Day trading is stealing money, and you are a moron. If you're coming in my chat and telling me what to do, you will be removed with a quickness because I don't care about your opinion. If you're in here to have a nice conversation, make jokes, have fun, at nobody else's expense, talk about stocks, you can stay. It's as simple as that. Good grief. Guess we're getting another wave of trolls. My goodness. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Oh, poop. Ugrow is heading to the downside. You guys distracted me. I do not invest. I am a day trader. There is a difference. I already explained it like 5 minutes ago. I do not trade options. I am currently watching Ugro, U-G-R-O. I just had S-U-N-E pop up on my scanner, M-I and H-I-T, which I'm probably not going to look at because I'm currently watching EIQ, which is currently halted. I do think that's going to keep going to the upside. We'll see what happens when it opens. And I am watching Ugro to see if it comes back up. It has pulled back a little bit right now, but it did reach a high of $56 yesterday, which is pretty crazy. It's heading to the downside though. We're going to give it another minute or two to see if it comes around. American Honey is asking, what is the difference and how does one trade? Well, that is quite a complicated question. Chris thinks it's cute that I'm assertive. Okay. My goodness. Do I have any other regulars in here who would like to be moderators? We are getting a lot of traffic right now. And with that comes a lot of trolls. Give me 1 minute. I'm just going through the chat here. Good morning to Guitar. Okay, let me, I'm gonna see if I can slow down the chat a little bit more. Let me see. That might help. Let's see. 150, let's try that. Okay, did that help? Hello, Daz. Yes, I upped the slow mode option. And if I need to, I will up it more. Sir says, I've subbed and I love you. Thank you. Appreciate your subscription and your kind comment. We love positive, lovely people in my chat. Yes, he says it's better. Good. Do I watch ICT? I don't know what that is. ATL says, I have 80,000 in the market and it generates anywhere from 300 to 1,000 daily. Could I make more day trading? Probably. But you have to know what you're doing to be day trading. If you don't know what you're doing, then you could lose a lot more. I'm in Florida. How about everybody else? Where is everybody tuning in from? Elpar says, you look amazing. Thank you for that. Let me get rid of this person. Please don't keep repeating your comments or you will be put in timeout or banned from the channel. Oh, Austin, Texas. I lived there for a year. Rivon is near Tampa. I was in St. Petersburg for a little while. Ooh, EIQ just opened back up. It's already up to $7.30. Let's see if it breaks the pre-market high of $8.90. This one is already up over 30% since the market opened. Let me check the level 2 data. Ugro is kind of putzing out a little bit here. It's not really doing anything. Level 2 looks good on EEIQ. I don't know if it's going to continue to go up, but it looks pretty good right now. Here it goes. I think it's going to break $8. Like I said, the pre-market high is $8.90. So let's see if it breaks that. It might. This is a very strong stock. Let me check the 4-hour chart and see what the other levels of resistance are that we can watch for. This stock is looking pretty good. Oh, we just got a big seller on the level 2. Let's see if they stay or go. If it breaks 890, wow, this has some pretty high levels. It could go as far as like $27. Not saying it will, but I'm just saying that it's possible. I do think it's going to break the pre-market high of 890 soon. And then we could see a bigger move up. Let's see what happens. UGRO is coming back up now. And so is RBNE. All right, let me check. Hold on, let me go back. Go back. Go back. All right, we're getting a little pullback on EEIQ, and I have to sneeze. Excuse me. That felt really good, though. We are trading stocks. I watch crypto, but I don't really trade it that much. What website are you on for trading? So YouTube doesn't like it when I talk about other websites, so I don't. If you're asking about my sites, I have links on my profile. If you're talking about what trading sites I'm on, I don't know if I can say this or not. I will. It's Webull is what I'm looking at right now. And I like to use TradingView for charts. TradingView, and they have a great app too. I love the TradingView app. I actually went on a date with a guy that trades stocks a few years ago, and he told me about it. That's how I heard about it. The people wants to know if I can hold his key. Well, obviously you would have to be serving me. If you're interested in serving, you can email me. You can go on any of my links. If you ever send me an email or you send me a direct message, you should always be including my initial tribute or I will not read it. I do not do free interaction. Obviously the live stream, you're welcome to have a chat with me, but I don't do, if you're direct messaging me, I will not respond unless you've sent my tribute. AB, I am not an investor. I am a day trader. So if it's not having volume or moving today, I'm not interested. But maybe somebody else in the chat is. I don't know. Hello to Duke. Jesus. Hello to Be It Bosch and 708. Welcome. AB says you're basically gambling day trading, and that just tells me that you're very ignorant and you don't know what you're talking about, because I already talked about this earlier. It can be gambling if you don't know what you're doing. If you do, then it's not. Simple as that. What kind of coffee do I have? I do not drink coffee during the week. This is tea, and this is strawberry rose tea. Strawberry rose tea, and I do coffee on the weekends, but I try not to do too much coffee. Kuldeep is proposing marriage. It's a little early for that, my friend. And if you're spamming the chat with your marriage proposals, you will be banned from the channel. Oh, Otto drinks ginger lemon tea. I love ginger tea. Good choice. I'm just going through the chat real quick. I am currently watching UGRO and EEIQ. Those are the stocks I'm watching right now. I do not trade options. Oh, Ryan says he's watching because he's driving to work and he had to leave his trading station. Well, you're not missing much. EEIQ just had a nice move, but it's pulling back now. I don't know if it'll go back up. It could. It hasn't gone all the way back down yet, but it is having a significant move down. We've got a couple, well, we'll see. It could go either way at this point. Can we remove these trolls? I am trying my best. I can assure you that. I can slow down the chat a little bit more. I'll see if I can slow the chat down a little bit more. I just said several times that I like to use Webull for trading. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna slow it down even more. There we go. Just a reminder that my super chats are on. Obviously, we have a lot of people in the chat right now, and there's lots of comments coming through. So if you would like me to see your comment, if you send it with a super chat, it gets priority. I already am on subscriber only mode. That's the funny part. It gets a little crazy. Oh, and while we're chatting, let's see, this evening so during the mornings, during this stream, I do day trade Monday through Friday. And so we are here chatting about stocks. Sometimes financial submissives come in my chat and they want to spin the wheel or send tributes or get drained. So we do that. But every Thursday at 9 p.m., I do like a weekly update. Hold on, EEIQ is popping up again. It just broke the day's high. Did it break the pre-market? No, it hasn't gotten to the pre-market high yet. It might break it. 890 is the pre-market high, and it just got a high of 873. Matt sent a $5 super chat, and he says, your comment. I don't know what you mean. Can you explain what your comment means? Because I don't know what you were trying to say. Rock says he will be on later today. Jose says that's a $5 grammar error. Correct. That's kind of funny. So later today, I do a live stream every week at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., where I do kind of like a weekly update and we do question and answers, stuff like that. And then also before 9 p.m., so at 8 p.m., for the first time, I'm going to co-stream with a friend of mine. Her name is Roxy. She's also a financial dominatrix. And she's very sweet. I don't know her that well, so we're going to do like a little just kind of getting to know each other session. So you can interact with both of us at 8 p.m. tonight, and then 9 p.m. is my regular like weekly update. Hello from Utah, welcome. Mega Man says, what is financial domination? Financial domination is a kink within BDSM. It's a kink that some people have for sending money to dominant women. If you don't have it, that's okay. You don't have to, but some people do. And that's all I have to say for now. That is disgusting, and nobody wants to hear that. Goodbye. Vinla is from Texas. Where in Texas? If you are being rude to anybody else in the chat, you will also get banned. I have no patience for that as well. Matthew, we need to talk about your comment. He just sent a $5 super chat and he says, you said to us to send a super chat if we want you to see your comment. See it? Haha. That's a really bad joke. But you got one chuckle from me inside. That's it. Bad joke. Oh, Vin is also from Austin, Texas. I was in Austin, Texas for a year before I moved here, and I don't like it. Do you like it? Did I major in college? Just curious. And what college? Well, yes, I have a master's degree in health sciences, and I went to 3 different colleges. I went to Mercer University in Georgia, which is a private university. I had a $10,000 academic scholarship. I also went to the University of Georgia, and I graduated from a program at a college. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I went to 3 different colleges. I would put my diploma up, but I don't want you to know my name and stalk me. I look like Jillian Michaels if she was actually pretty. Well, I don't know how to respond to that. I got nothing. Go Dogs. Yes, I was only at UGA for a short time, just to get prerequisites. I actually have a master's degree, but no bachelor's degree, which is kind of strange, but true. There's a spider on the wall. Okay. And it's Florida. There's bugs everywhere. Blah, blah, blah. How is it possible that I have a master's without a bachelor's? Is that the question? The reason for that is because the program that I did, the specific program that I did not require a bachelor's degree to get in. Many people in my program did have bachelor's degree, but for mine, you only needed a 2 years of prerequisites, and that's what I did. So that's how that works. Zirez is in Florida. Where in Florida are you from? Yes, I got a BS from FU. Well, maybe. Am I in Gainesville? No, I am on the East Coast. ATL says, wow, I didn't know that was a thing. Cool. It's not going to be for most, it was just for my specific program. It's not something that happens very often, obviously. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful I didn't have to do an extra 2 years in college. I wanted that shit over as soon as possible. Just a reminder to keep your comments appropriate, or you will be put in a timeout. This is not where we are going to discuss the P word. What did I just say? It's so weird to me that people come in here just assuming like I don't have a job or that I'm stupid. Like, why would you assume that? You can ask me. You could politely ask instead of just assuming things. Craziest college story? I wasn't a partier. I worked hard in college. I don't really have any crazy college stories. Sorry. What do? I work in healthcare. If I come to India, meet you. I'm not planning to come to India. I'm not saying I never will, but it's not at the top of my list, to be honest with you. I'm more of a tropical vacation. Scott, what makes you think that this is the only thing that I do? Why would you assume that? I just think it's so crazy. Oh, EEIQ is popping up again. 840. Is it gonna break 890? That's what I want to know. It got rejected at 873. So I want to see, oh, it already did break 873. I want to know if it's going to break that 890 because it could go all the way to 20 something. What a weirdo. There are some strange people in this chat. That's all I gotta say. And there's definitely a bug floating around here somewhere. Some of you really do sound like you're like 12 years old. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm still watching UGRO to see if it comes back up. I am talking about the stock EEIQ. Since the title of this chat is Findom and Day Trading, we are day trading. I am currently in UGRO. I'm down a little bit, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oop, whoa. EEIQ just broke that 890 level and surged all the way up to 959. I told you this was gonna be a good one. Let's see how far this move has come. It is up 70% since I told you about it. That is a nice move. I should have traded that one. That's okay. You can't catch them all. That's the truth. That is the truth. It's still going. It might go all the way to $20. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's see if it breaks 10 to start. It has a high of 988 right now. This is EEIQ. And it has a very, oh, I think it halted actually. Nope, it didn't halt. False halt. Or did it halt? Undecided. Yes, it did halt. Confirmed halt. I think this thing, when it opens, is going to go crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it could go all the way to $20. Not financial advice, ever. Just my opinion. But that was a nice little move. Now, can we get UGRO to go up a little bit, please? I would like to see it hit that $56 that it hit yesterday. Not likely, but I'll take 40. I'll take $40. It is at $24.64 right now. Let's pull that chart up, actually. UGRO. It did hit a little low recently of $21, but it's coming back up. We'll see what happens. Oh, it's got some big sellers coming in. Did it just halt? What? It just halted. Halted to the upside. Oh, sorry. Did I miss a super chat? I did. But I think it was only a couple dollars from Yaya. I see that now. Let me see if I missed any other super chats. Okay. Hello from Romania. Welcome. I am not going to give you my Facebook ID. No. How do I decide what stocks to look at buying? Good question. So I have some scanners that I've set up through a certain platform, and it alerts me. I get a little notification on my screen when my scanners pick up a stock that's moving up. I have the scanners set at very specific parameters. I've said this many times, but if you just came in, you may not have heard me. I trade low float stocks, meaning that they're very volatile and they move quickly and they can have very large moves, like we just saw in EEIQ. That one just went up, what did I say, like 70% in the time that we were watching it. I have a couple different scanners. So I have one, like it just popped up right now, and it's telling me that MGN is popping up. So let's pull that up. So everybody has different trading strategies. It halted already. Everybody has different trading strategies, and it's always good to stick to a strategy that works for you and not try to trade somebody else's strategy. I mean, obviously you kind of, if you are wanting to get into this or learn it, you have to learn a few different strategies and see what works for you. I've talked about this before. A lot of people come in here talking about crypto. I don't trade crypto. It doesn't work for me. It moves too slowly for me. It moves over the period of like hours or days. And I like to watch a stock as it's moving. You can't be glued to the screen for days at a time. Jesus. Sorry, let me just remove a few people here. Right. Sam says you got to get in and out before the stock dumps. It depends on what strategy you're trading. I mentioned this several times before that I like to trade stocks on a 15-minute chart because those breakouts are more reliable. If you have a 15-minute breakout, that's pretty solid. Zamoon says, as a crypto man, I disagree. Well, what did I just say? You're entitled to have your trading strategy. I'm just saying that that doesn't work for me. If it works for you, I'm happy for you. That's great. Okay, on that note, it is getting warm and I need to go for my run before it gets too hot. And my phone's about to die and I'm gonna go eat breakfast. So I am going to end the stream here. I will be back on at 8 p.m. this evening for, like I said, a co-stream with my friend Roxy, and then 9 p.m. for the regular weekly update. I will be here doing this every morning, 8:30 a.m. to about 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to. No pressure either way. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, that's the wrong charger. Ugh, I don't want to spill my tea. That work? No, it's not working. Poop. Okay, I'm gonna charge the other, pull the other one in. 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. every day. If you would like to join me, you are always welcome to join my chat. If you want to chat with me and the other people in my chat and have a good time, we are here to laugh and have fun. But I have no patience for the trolls that come in my chat. I just ban people. I don't even read your comments. So everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you